Hi everybody, it's me, Scott, and today we're at the Seattle Center, but we're not staying here because I'm taking you to 3 of the most iconic towers in Seattle. All right, let's go. First things first, I'm here at the Smith Tower. I got noon reservation. We're gonna go on up and have some snacks so we can compare this stuff. I'm really looking forward to this. I've never been here before, so let's go. The Smith Tower was built in 1914 and is the oldest tower we'll visit today. General admission, $27. Seniors and military go for $24. Students and the Utes get up for $21. And ding, 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 our first and only true residence coupon, Washington residents go to the top for $18. I thought this was a clever touch before I entered the museum. They gave me this takeaway old-timey theater ticket with history and factoids. The 1887 Smith Premier No. 1 was the first typewriter to include both upper and lowercase letters thanks to a double keyboard. The company's success built the fortune that created the Smith Tower. Wait a minute. This job is terribly stressful. Okay, here we go.
Maybe I'll look at that.
Hey. This is an Otis elevator original dating back to 1914. This panel was used until 2018 when they upgraded to modern push buttons, so for over a century.
Like I said, here we are in the original Otis elevator from 1914. But what's really interesting is that there's only one apartment at the very top of this building. Only one guy and his dog rent it out per month.
Nice. Thanks so much. This is the Chinese Room. It's a restaurant and a reservable space for private events, and it was one of the most elaborate spaces you could visit in 1914. The ceiling is made of teak and a specialized bisque porcelain with depictions of a phoenix, flowering peonies, cherry and plum blossoms, and stylized calligraphy, all of which portend good luck to anyone who dines under it. Here are some menu shots. Pause if you like. The menu was high quality and leather bound and had a lot of extra inclusions like history and legends. So first up, I grabbed the Yessler Old Fashioned right here. This is Woodinville Rye, Vanilla Demerara syrup, and black walnut bitters. I don't really drink that much, but I follow this. I follow these creators. Shout out to the Mammoth Club. And Alan on that channel, he rates bars according to their old fashions. So I'm looking forward to this. I don't know much about it. Vanilla syrup sounds good and black walnut bitter sound good, so. I love that. As it approached my face, the first thing is the smell of vanilla, and right away followed by that Woodinville Rye. Delicious. Oh my God. Hell. Okay, well, lunch is here. I got Roy's deviled eggs. These are just classic hard-boiled eggs topped with Bing's chili crisp. Oh my God. I love chili crisp. So this would be kind of spicy. These are spiced chicken sliders. Fire braised chicken thigh, rice vinegar pickles, radish, Fresno chili, and miso mayo, and they're sesame and 5-spice kettle chips. Those eggs are delicious. I mean, deviled eggs in the hands of a professional. You know how I feel about it. They're good. They're so creamy, and that chili crisp on the top adds just the right amount of, a little bit of heat, but just this right amount of garlicky flavor. It's so good. Very nice. Goes great with booze. My chicken slider. Wow. So the slider is super tasty. Fire braised chicken thigh. I'm not sure I know what that is. I'm gonna have to look that up. It makes it really like super tender, super flavorful. I think my favorite thing about it is the miso infused mayonnaise. Oh my God. It's so good. The actual bite of the thing is really satisfying. The pickle is super crisp. So when you bite through, you get a break of the pickle, you know, and then miso in the mayonnaise just really ties all of that together. So excellent job. These are great. These chips, not my favorite. Hardcore kettle chip, super paprika-y, real smoky without enough salt is what they are. And there's no salt on the table because chef. Anyway. Oh, that's walnuts. There's actual walnuts in there, the walnut bitters. Cool, man. I don't know if this is a good idea, but there's little drunken walnuts. Oh, that's the right thing to do. I'm not sure it's appropriate to stab my fork into my cocktail, but worth it. Looking due west, that's Puget Sound and Elliott Bay, Bainbridge Island in the distance, and the Olympic Mountains. Ooh, hi, ferry. Now looking south over the stadiums and where you would see Rainier if the mountain were out. Now facing southeast over Pioneer Square and the International District. Apartments and offices and shopping, oh my. Now looking northeast, that's the Rainier Clubhouse Mansion, completed in 1904. And the big black monolith is the Columbia Center, completed in 1983. At 76 stories, it has been and is currently the tallest building in all of Washington State. Okay, so I turned around to look up at the top of the building, and it's a good thing there's a cage here because I almost fell over. And oh my God, look at that. That's the pyramid roof. Look at that. That's tight. Oh my God. Yeah, I almost barfed. Holy crap. That was something. Woo! Vertigo much? The detail and the handcrafted work here is exceptional. You really should try to see it in person. I took my mic off, so there it is, the Smith Tower. Super fun, really great. Let's recap. My Old Fashioned was $22, and my eggs were $11, and my sliders were $16. That put me at a $57, about $52, $57 before tax and tip. So let's see what else we got. Okay, next, come on. Tower number 2, the Space Needle. I'm gonna try not to be biased. The Space Needle is a world-class attraction and has some of the most confusing ticket sales. General admission is $55 day of. You can buy your tickets online 1 or more days in advance for $35, but only before 10 a.m. After 10, it's $50. Seniors and the Ute always save $5. There are also combo day-night tickets as well as City Pass and Season Passes. Get all your answers at the box office at the base of the Space Needle. There are some excellent hand pies for grab and go at the top. It was built in just 400 days in 1961 and 62 for the Seattle World's Fair. As with the Smith Tower, your ticket includes a gently interactive museum that shows the design and building of the Space Needle, really great photos, and mock-ups of the progress of the build. In May of 2025, the Otis Company and the Space Needle debuted the Skyliner elevator, a double-decker elevator made almost entirely of glass. For the first time, we can look into the core of the elevator shaft. But if I spin around here, you can see that the Skyliner elevator is about the size of my living room. And because it was the last week of the season pass, I'm up here alone. Well, except for the operator. My favorite part of the elevator ride at the Space Needle since I was a kid is watching these supports swing out from us as we enter the top house. It's exciting every time. Here's a shot of the menu. Pause if you like, front and back. Not as fancy as the Smith Tower. We're on summertime schedule. It gets so crowded up here that they've sort of lightened the load. So during the summertime, you come up, you can walk up. You could order it online as well. I get 2 choices off of this menu. So they have sips. I can have any of the sips. Or they have bites. I can have any of the bites. I can have 2 bites. I can have 2 sips. I can have 1 sip and 1 bite, which is what I did today. What I did today. The larger full tower menu will come back in September. But right now it just is very crowded through the summertime. So, but not right now. Not at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Wednesday. But I live here. I could do this. The cocktail that I chose is the Summertime Old Fashioned. I'm doing old fashions, you guys. Very adult. Okay, so I have to read this because I don't know any of these words. Barrel seagrass, apricot syrup, black lemon bitters, and orange bitters. Try not to get a swizzle stick in the eye. Here we go. Wow. Okay, the Smith Tower one was super vanilla. This one is crazy citrus forward. Wow. That's a little old fashioned, about, 500 feet above the ground. No worries. Wow. That's really scrumptious. Are you crooked or is it me? What's happening? Okay, look, I'm telling you, 1 cocktail makes a difference to me. I'm such a lightweight. Mountains out. My waitress recognized me from last time I was here. So she just threw in some free barbecue chips for me. These are spectacular. They want to be kettle chips, but they've made these in-house right here in the Space Needle. Years ago, the Space Needle had a full-on kitchen. So they've still got a full kitchen in there with fryers and the whole bit. These are house-made barbecue chips. They are so good. The sweet, salty, just a little bit spicy, just enough, just a touch of smoke. Wow, they're really good. Smell that. Can you smell that? Oh my God. The rest of my lunch is here and I can't stop eating these chips. Okay, first of all, can we just mention the view here for just a brief moment about how the view is changing constantly? Wow, it's really just like lunch smells crazy delicious. This smells really good. Today I got popcorn chicken. This is shoyu chicken thighs coated in sticky calamansi sauce. Calamansi sauce. I'm sure it's good because it smells crazy. What's a pretty easy drink? Oh, they're all have to look up Calamansi. Be right back. Okay, this stuff is crazy. It's called Calamansi, and it is it's from the Philippines. It is a combination of a lime and mandarin orange. It's typically really sour, but here it's given me I want to say sweet and sour, but it's not sweet and sour. It's more vinegary. It's more, when I read that it was a lime, I'm like, oh yeah, lime, for sure lime. But then also the mandarin orange is bringing on heavy sweetness. it's really, it's like a confusing flavor. It smells great. There's something else in there that's given just a little bit of heat. Not a lot, not offensive, just the right amount. You know what I mean? It's just so good. It's so flavorful towards the side of the citrus. So it is $53, $52 plus tax to get to the top. And plus this package situation cost another $53. So my entire experience would be over $100. However, I currently am a season pass holder, so I got to the top for the inclusion of my season pass. So I really only am paying for lunch today. So 52 bucks, not bad. Again, you get your choice of the front and the back. 2 selections off the thing. I got beautiful chicken thighs and this old fashioned. Wow, this is, I don't know. It's a real competition between this one and the one at the Smith Tower. That one was warm, right? And like vanilla and comforting. This one is citrusy and like friendly. Like it comes on like friendly, like a golden Labrador. Yeah, good stuff. Oh, and we got to get out of here because I have to show you some other food options here. If you're looking for snacks that don't require a down payment, head up to the observation deck. Here you'll find tip-top intergalactically famous pies. A few savory like Wagyu beef and champagne chicken or dal veggie pie, and a few more sweet like Washington apple, plus ice cream. These are handmade in-house right here in the Space Needle, and they're excellent. Also, the observation deck bar has pourables. There are some comfy lounge tables for the view and a more grab-and-go experience. The views from the Space Needle are spectacular and iconic. There is a glass floor area, and there are glass benches to test your braverisms. So let's meet the Space Needle. One more tower. Let's go. Our third stop, the Columbia Center. We're going to the Skyview Observatory. See if they've got a drink, if they got snacks. Let's see what's going on here. Can we? The Columbia Tower has some trickery up its sleeve. It is the most inexpensive of our towers today, but by paying $37, you get a $10 voucher for food. The Elite experience is $47, and you get some reserved seating. I went standard. There's no pre-show or starting museum experience, just this pretty cool elevator landing zone. Oh. Look at me go. Look at me go.
Hi.
Hi. The elevator ride looked a lot like this, industrial. I learned the 4 cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west from inside a moving elevator. But the Mount Rainier reveal was super cool. All right, thanks. Here are some screenshots of the menu, no real menus to touch. You're going to also notice that the prices are lower here. Here we are at the top of the Columbia Tower, the Columbia Center. I'm at the Skyview Observatory. That is the beautiful Puget Sound behind me. The Olympic Mountains back there in the back. I got their house standard Old Fashioned. I like that. Broken Top Bourbon, which is from Oregon, so local. It's really nice. Got a little bit of a smoky flavor to it. Not super aggressive, kind of mellow, kind of laid back. Sort of an oak flavor. I like it. It's nice. Sorry for the aggressive BGM, you guys, but Columbia Center is blasting copyright rock and roll. This is the BLT. All of the Sammys are served on the most delicious ciabatta bread I've had in years. Soft and light inside and gently crispy outside. The bacon was on top and bottom with the lettuce and tomato in between. just a touch of garlic aioli. This was an excellent sandwich and a great value considering the location. Ciabatta bread, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Ciabatta bread, doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm on the 73rd floor, 78th floor, 73rd floor, something, I don't know, 900 feet in the air. 300 feet higher than the Space Needle. Ooh, hi, fairy. Here's a look at the classic ambiance at the Columbia Center, a sort of conference room in the sky kind of vibe. The tables along the windows are the reserved ones that I mentioned earlier. Didn't need rezzos today, but again, midday, midweek, probably different on weekend evenings. This view pans from the west to the north-ish. Here is a cool model of the building. Well, it's even huge made out of Lego. That's not Lego. A view of the Smith Tower from above. Oh, tiny baby Smith Tower. It looks like Peter Pan's flight from up here, 902 feet down. Well, look at all the ants in a hurry. A final look at the conference room aesthetic. I'll point out here that there is no outdoor viewing area of any sort. The entire floor is enclosed with no access to open air. Ah, the friendly exit sign. Nice. Happily, Otis is on the job here too. That's 3 all day. Ha! We made it to the end. So here's a quick wrap-up. A WraPup, if you will. Before I compare these spots, let's get some stuff straight. I went to all 3 of these towers prior to the kickoff of summer, so much lower crowds. Also, I went midday, midweek, also mitigating the crowds. I selected to eat and drink, which is certainly a choice, but it's not mandatory. There are definitely cheaper bites and sips on the ground. But you guys are on vacay. I want you to have the right info. The Smith Tower offers the only state's residence discount, which is substantial when compared to other, entrance fees. Without the discount, the Smith Tower is still only $27, which seems reasonable. I got a cute takeaway souvenir, and the elevator ride was unique in the age and style of the elevator car. The opening museum with its factual videos was really an excellent touch, and there are even some recordings to listen to compare life then to our modern day lives. If you do choose to eat, the menu is high-end with a server in a sit-down restaurant or lounge experience. The decor throughout the facility is eye-catching, unique, and obviously handcrafted. The whole building and experience has a sort of romantic quality to it over the other towers. Its age and the attention to keeping the details fresh makes this an excellent guest experience. I have no notes. 10 out of 10. The Space Needle is probably my favorite of the 3. I tried not to be biased, but it's really hard. I have really deep-seated, heartfelt feelings for the Space Needle. The cost is nearly prohibitive, $55 day of. I suggest you order your tickets online for tomorrow or the next day, some day farther out in your visit, and go before 10 o'clock, and then hang out after 10 o'clock to grab a beer, if that's what you want to do. Regardless, it's not a cheap visit, although the Space Needle is available on the City Pass multi-ticket. However, for that price, you get a world-class attraction facility with a focus on guest service that I, as a former Disney cast member, can recognize. There is an interactive museum as you wait to board the Skyliner elevator pods, and up at the top there are extras like curated photo ops and email and social media link stations. The Space Needle employs 2 types of food service in the summertime. One is like the one that I did, which is purchase a package after 12 noon that includes reserved seating on the glass floor and an assigned server. Or Up on the observation deck, you can visit Tip Top Pies for a grab-and-go situation, as well as the observation deck bar, which has all the libations you need, both leaded and unleaded, with a more relaxed kind of grab-and-go vibe. Whichever you choose, you'll be treated to imaginative menus with specialty cocktails and local and international ingredients. As with any true world-class attraction, the Space Needle elevators will deposit you directly into a monstrous gift shop with every conceivable item emblazoned with a Space Needle visage. with every conceivable item emblazoned with a Space Needle visage. Seriously. Because of the confusing and exorbitant ticket prices, I'm giving the Space Needle, my favorite, an 8 out of 10. The Columbia Center is probably the least exciting of the towers. While it is crazy tall at 902 feet and the views really are remarkable, it isn't a very warm place. The staff is friendly enough. There are amenities to enjoy, and they have some lovely seating, but the ambiance is missing. I know it is enclosed, probably from a safety standpoint, but there are some actions that could be taken to warm the space up. Even some greenery would help. Also, the menu seemed pretty limited. That being said, what I got was delicious. That ciabatta was the best I have ever had in my whole life. Delicious. And it was pretty inexpensive given the location. The Columbia Center is the most affordable, and its experience reflects that price point. The elevator ride was completely uneventful, just like any other tall building. The background music was very loud through the whole facility, and mostly rock and roll, and not something more 900 feet down, beauty view jazzy jazz. You know what I mean? Is it just me? Probably just me. Kind of an old coot. I didn't dislike my time there. I just felt like some easy improvements could be made to tighten the experience. 7 out of 10. So there you have it, the Seattle Scott opus to the towers of Seattle. If you can swing it, you'll have the most fun at the Space Needle, or take a favorite date to the top of the Smith Tower for some canoodling. Or take it straight, high and tight, all the way to the top of the Columbia Center. But whichever tower you choose, I hope you have a blast. Thanks for watching all the way to the end, you guys. You really are the ones. I hope I answered a couple of questions. Travel safe. I'll see you when you get here. Bye.